You guys are aware of the issues that are taking place in South Africa at the moment, I'm sure. You're also aware of the tone, the language, and the texture of these issues. I want to make three absolute statements. The first is this. Contrary to what you're seeing on the media, South Africans are not xenophobic. Contrary to what you're seeing in the media. Now, that statement sounds a blasty statement, especially because of some of the things you would have seen online. I'm not saying that there are no xenophobic people in South Africa. That's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying the entire nation is xenophobic would be missing the point. There are 65 million people in South Africa. We have 11 official languages. We're one of the most diverse societies in the world, and even though that is the case, we get along with most people. If you go and look at the largest companies in South Africa and the CEOs or boards of those companies, you will find that the CEOs or boards or C-suite executives are many people from the rest of Africa. So I think I felt that it was important for me to say that. The second point I want to make is this. I think that there is an agenda to turn us against each other. And I think we feed that agenda when we feed the noise and the fire. And so what I'd like to think we can do is to reach across the divide, have actual conversations, understand what's happening, as they say in Kenya, kwa ground, on the ground, so we can find each other. And then the third point I want to make is this. I was in Ghana last week. I went to the Kwame Nkrumah Museum. While I was in the Kwame Nkrumah Museum, I learned that Kwame Nkrumah, the man who is arguably the liberator of Africa, the first liberated nation in the continent of Africa was Ghana, 1957. And the man who liberated that nation was removed from power through a coup by his own people. Then I started reading about the history of your own nations, and I learned that you've had several of your own coups. And then I looked at what happened in the Congo, and I realized that Patrice Lumumba was removed by his own people. And I say all of that just to make this simple point. We as a people have to do better, man. Us as a people, dragging each other as a people, fighting each other as a people, swearing at each other as a people, calling each other names as a people, it has to stop at some point. And I genuinely hope that we can use the church as a platform to bring Africans together. Because we're different until we start worshiping under the same Christ. And so my hope for every single person in this room, my hope for every single one of you, is that you'd find the courage to be the light. Just as you and I were instructed to be. Go out to the world and be a light to the world. Sure, speak truth, but speak the honest truth and speak it to the right people. And if we must call each other out, let's do it to each other. Let's avoid the theater of the rest of the world watching us saying, you see these people again, they can't get along. That's why I'm so passionate about the work that my brother Pastor Poju does with the platform. That's why I said to you some years ago, the platform has to be the platform Africa, and you executed on that. And I think it's important that we allow men like Pastor Poju to do the work that they do so that the rest of us can meet in spaces like this and exchange ideas the likes of which we have done.